And here we are at the reviewing area, and here is the next component of the Generation 1 constructicon set that formed Devastator.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can tell them.
Yeah.
And the next component here that we're taking a look at is named Bonecrusher.
Okay, I do like the names. Whoever thought of giving him these names, I mean, that is a awesome name for a bulldozer. That's exactly what he is. He looks like a bulldozer. And I'm going to read a couple of things right quick so you'll understand the personality of what this guy is about. Hit it till it stands no taller than dust. That right there tells you that he's pretty serious about taking stuff out. Okay, Bonecrusher is a firm believer in survival of the fittest. He feels that only the strongest should or even deserve to live. Bonecrusher worships strength and despises weakness. Anything that can stand up to him should be crushed. His weapons is he is heavily armored and is strongest individual of the constructicons. Out of the whole team, he is the strongest. In vehicle mode, he exerts 800,000 pounds of PSI of
800,000.
800,000. Now, see, y'all gotta understand. I read this before we turned on the camera, so you think the old man would know what he's talking about. But anyway, I just got schooled by my son. Okay, per square inch. At his top speed is 30 miles per hour. He's not a fast racing car. He is a brute bulldozer of strength. Weapon short range concussion missile launcher to aid in demolition. And he has a laser pistol. Now, his weakness is he is the strongest, but he's not the most intellectual. He is often buried in the rubble of his own antics of demolitions, and he's not very intelligent. But he's got a lot of strength. He's got a lot of strength, and he just loves to devastate and pulverize stuff. Anything that he can bull down with his mode right here, being a bulldozer, to even the robot form that he has, which we're going to be covering. So, what I would like to know from y'all was, did y'all like this guy better than all the rest of the Constructicons? Or was he just so for y'all? Which one did y'all like the best out of all the Constructicons? So, me, I like his character and his brute strength, but it wasn't my go-to guy. I just seen him as a big menace. That was it. And of course, he definitely made an appearance in Transformers the movie, 1980s Transformers the movie. Yes. So don't get him confused with Michael Bay. This is two different types of Bonecrushers here. This one is the G1 of Transformers, of the Constructicons. So let's get on with it. And there's one more thing. We don't have we're not putting the stickers on. And
yes. I was just about to say about that.
So he does have stickers that he does come with, but all these Constructicons, we're not going to bother with the stickers.
Right. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, here is Bonecrusher, and just like with Mixmaster and the others, we're going to take a look at in the future, there's really not a whole lot to them. Unless if you apply some stickers on them, which we're not gonna bother putting them on this figure, then it would show up a lot more detail work.
About the only thing that you have in this form right here was what, the canopy? The very top, yep.
This canopy.
It can move back and forth.
He does have some articulation to him in vehicle commode, and that is that the canopy here does move here. And is that from real bulldozers? These move on real bulldozers?
Well, yeah, some have canopies and some don't. It just, you know.
Where they move up and down like this?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just saying that they have canopies. Some do, some don't. You know, it depends on the age of the bulldozer.
But of course, the shovel part's on real bulldozers.
Yes.
And this one does move up and down on a hinge joint here. And he doesn't really roll because you can see he doesn't have any wheels here.
And that is accurate, y'all. That is accurate from the G1. The original G1 had no wheels either.
Yes.
All it could do was just scoot along.
Slide around.
Yeah, slide. Yeah.
Yeah. You slide.
Yep.
And like I said, not a whole lot to it, just a lot of green with a little bit of purple. But he does somewhat have some detail work to him, like the tracks here. And
the little bitty, here we're gonna pull this back some. You see, little guy, they got something a little bit molded in there, but I mean,
that's supposed to like represent a seat.
Yeah, well, something like that.
Or it looks like kind of like stairs.
Nah, it's a seat. It's supposed to be where the human would sit if they was operating Bonecrusher. But I just don't see that ever happening. Except for there was a commercial. Now, the commercial, if I'm right, and one of the first commercials for the Constructicons, there was humans in the vehicles. Am I right or wrong? I'm going to have to look off into that.
The toy commercial
yes.
of this?
Yes.
Yes. There was humans operating these things and didn't realize that these are alien robots.
Yeah, okay.
From the toy commercial.
Yes. Yes. I thought it was like, okay, wait a minute. Okay.
So that is basically it for the vehicle commode. Now he does come with some accessories for this figure. They're mainly for combined mode, except for one of them, which is for the robot mode.
Now, if you bought this back in the 1980s, say like at Toys R Us or K&B, as a separate individual, you would come with these accessories. These accessories would be in the package with Bonecrusher. Because when you bought each part of Devastator, you got whatever limb and accessories come with it. Yeah. So, just wanted to... Now, if you buy the whole gift set like what we have here, it all just comes in one. But separate, individually, they would come with these parts that we're fixing to show you.
So he does come with some accessories, and some of these are for the Devastator parts, except for one of them. And the only accessory that is compatible with him in vehicle commode is this thing here. And what you would do with this is, and this is going to be the combined mode part for Devastator. What you would do with this is you would take the canopy here and bring it back some. And this is going to attach to these holes into these tabs. And also, I want to show you here. The holes here do match these things because this is a small tab and this is a like bigger tab that will go into this bigger hole and this smaller hole. So when you get this figure, and if you want to attach this on, make sure that the correct holes here go into the correct tabs. Like the smallest tab and the bigger tab goes into these holes. So you just attach that on, and there you go. And I think you can, yeah. You also need to bring that up if you want to.
That was accurate for G1. He did come with that.
And for this hole, what you would do is you would insert a couple of things. He comes with two things that you insert in this hole. One of these is this drill weapon, which the instructions is calling it the rotor blade. But obviously this is supposed to be a drill weapon. So I don't know why they decided to call it a rotor blade.
Because a rotor blade is supposed to turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to turn, but here, you can act like it's turning, but yeah, it will catch, but you gotta fidget with it. Coming straight out of the box, it will catch. You just gotta push it in and
just try and make sure that.
Yeah.
It had worked before, but when the camera's on, it doesn't really work.
Anyway, there you go. There you go. That's what it's supposed to do. Just pop right on out. There we go.
Yeah. You are supposed to insert it all the way in, which will catch this here, and when you push this down, it would fire it out.
Yeah, I think you had it just a while ago, but push it in. Let's see here. Push it. Push. All right. Now, whoa. Now, just lit up slowly. Now, that's it. Now, push the button.
Okay. There we go. Okay. I think I had it right.
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't go all the way in.
Okay.
Yay! There you go.
So, I don't think it goes all the way in. It only goes in about there.
Yeah, it's just enough to catch it.
And then to fire it out, you of course push on this green trigger and it fires it out.
A lot of times that spring would break or the gimmick wouldn't work, so that was a major problem always with the 1980s Devastator. If you got it used,
And he does come with this thing, which is going to be the combined mode hand. And you can, of course, do the same thing.
Yep. You can shoot out a fist.
And it does work.
Yeah, I'm just glad to see it working.
And he does come with another accessory, but that's meant for his robot mode.
Yeah, you can't put this accessory in there. It won't work.
So now to transform him into robot mode, I'm going to have to remove this off of him. So to transform Bonecrusher, of course, take this and bring it back. Take the top part and separate it in half and bring them out and rotate them this way and bring these down. These are going to form his arms. Take the shovel part and bring it all the way up so it looks like this. Then take the treads here and bring them around. And these do move together. They don't move independently. So when you take one tread, the other tread will move with it. And they do move on these things. These hinge joints, which are made out of die-cast metal. So this figure does, like, have a bit of heft to him.
Is that die-cast? Sure?
Yeah. They look like they are die-cast metal.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be it. Okay.
And for the treads, you want to take from here and pull them out.
But you see what he was doing? He was putting his top hand on the tread. Do not advise you just pulling it straight out without holding on to the top part of the tread. Because you could probably pull his leg out. Depending on how tough they are trying to come out. What I'm saying is when you go to transform this feet, put some pressure right here.
Yes.
Only this way, because if you go to work on this one pulling it out, you could snap this part right in here.
Yes. Make sure you grab here to pull these out.
Yes.
So that way you don't break the leg off. So once these are pulled out, you want to bring these up, which will form his feet. And bring this back some. And this black thing, you want to flip it up, which will make his robot mode head. And you're done. And this figure, issue with him is that he doesn't really stand up that well. And it is because of his feet. And now, on the original Bonecrusher toy, these feet would lock into place so they can flip up, like straight up. But here they don't fold up straight. They kind of tilt down some. So
we got him to stand earlier.
Yes, we did got him to stand up really well, so we're going to try and see if he can stand up really well. We're going to try and get him to stand up on camera.
So show them the little gun right quick.
And to show y'all the other accessory that he comes with, this is his gun here. And my dad got him to stand up.
Yep. You gotta be forceful with it. Anyway, no, let me stop.
Does his feet lock in?
Well, I had to go ahead and make sure that they were completely pulled out.
Okay.
That's what it was. And to be all fairness, this is only third time being transformed. So I mean, you know, once you break them in some, it gets better.
So you have to like pull his feet out some.
Yes, it wasn't totally pulled out. That's the arch that it had right there. There was a little bit more to go because it has to be flat, even. So you just got, this is the third time only being transformed, so it's just wearing on the, you have to break into plastic. That just sounded way wrong. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so here's Bonecrusher in robot mode, and I think we'll go ahead and show you how he looks with his gun in his hand.
Yeah, you hear how tight it is? That sounds wrong too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And here he is with his gun in his hand.
Now that is his laser pistol. That's what they say it is.
And they're calling it the laser pistol.
Yeah.
And
now the one thing about Bonecrusher is this was the face that we got as the toy. But if you know anything about Transformers, he actually had a face. He didn't have this. He had a face that he talked.
yes, in the cartoon he had a face, but here
You have a square.
a silver painted in square thing.
And that's okay. And that's okay because a lot of this originated before the cartoon, so.
Yeah. And the robot mode, I think it does look pretty cool. I mean, it does look a little bit kind of weird.
Wonky?
Or
Wonky. How about that? I just thought that just popped in my head. As soon as you said that, my brain said wonky. Okay.
but the robot mode does look pretty cool, even though kind of a little bit wonky in proportions. But it still does look pretty cool. And if this figure had some stickers on, it would be a lot better. But we're not gonna deal with the stickers.
Now, maybe later on we'll just do a whole video about stickering up Devastator. I don't know. And all the companions. We'll have to see.
But he does have some black, some chrome here, and some purple on him to help break up somewhat of all the green.
In all fairness, one thing I do love about Bonecrusher that's different from the rest of the constructicons, turn around, is actually this arm setup right there. From the shoulder all the way down to the fist. Now, I always thought that was pretty neat. It just gave his arm more beef and heft to it. As far as the aesthetics.
And going all the way around, and as you can see, the joint on his head is not really strong enough, so he does tend to look down some.
Yep, there he goes. He's a headbanger. Yep, there he goes.
There we go. There we go. Here we go. And articulation for this figure, the arms can rotate all the way around. They don't move out, but he does have elbow joints. And I'm wondering if he has like any wrist swivel.
No.
No.
No wrist.
And the legs, they don't move forward, but they can move back, even though they are one piece. And the feet can move up and down if you want to, but I'm not going to touch his feet. And that is pretty much it.
Like I was saying, do y'all like this Constructicon the best? Or was he just okay? I would sure like to know from y'all, what was y'all's best Constructicon that y'all liked the most?
And as for these things that I showed y'all in the vehicle mode, that there's nowhere to put them on for the robot mode. Unless if you can, I guess, do this.
Okay.
You can have like a arm cannon.
You could get them really amped up and put that. Whee! Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
I think it only works in the vehicle mode, but robot mode, not quite.
We'll put a big fist on him.
Yeah, I think they only work in the vehicle mode, not so much the robot mode. And you can attach this on the other side with the small hole, because this peg is for this big hole, but the other tab on the other arm is for the little hole here. So there's two different size holes that go into the two different pegs. Did I say that wrong?
No, you did good. No. Okay. I'm going to be quiet.
On his arms and in the vehicle mode.
Yes, this is Bonecrusher, G1. G1 Bonecrusher. He is a menace to deal with. Normally, he is his own worst enemy from what I learned about him. He likes destroying things so much he forgets where he's at, and sometimes, from what I gather, some of the destruction that he causes actually falls on him.
And I think we can now move on to the final thoughts for this figure. So, stay tuned.